Hey, hey, what does old boy in the UFC say? Bruce Buffer. It's time. Yeah, it's time. Sorry for the little delay. I had to get some food in my stomach. Been a long day. Been a crazy day, but I'm here. You know what I mean? We're gonna be consistent about this shit. So shout out to everyone that's already tapped in. Y'all can see the link is pinned at the top whenever you want to call in. I really want Jackie to hop up here and tell her story. She had a wild weekend, but it's all good. That's my homegirl. Yeah, man. We're gonna cover several different topics today. I'll give people a minute to get in the building. But yeah, I'm feeling good. That was a good meal. Chicken teriyaki. What's up? I know my man Koki is in here. Jackie gonna be up here. A lot of the folks. Hopefully, even some of the gaming folks that was tapped in last time that I had Liz up here. So yeah, but overall, let me give you a preview of the show. What we're gonna talk about. Um, the fallout of this Parker and Wardley brawl. I wouldn't call it a brawl, but you know the fight. Um, Interesting. I think it's a lot of things people are overlooking, and that's the main point of this stream. I really want to clear that up. I've heard a lot of narratives over the past few days, and I'm gonna clarify, and I got receipts, so that's how we doing it. Uh, Probably gonna go on a night run tonight. A night run sounds good. Yeah, it's real cool out here in Sacramento, like 70 at night, 60 maybe. Yeah. In late October. I know it's about to start raining soon. It always starts to rain close to Halloween. Anyway, y'all tap in, make yourselves known in the chat, and of course the link is always open. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to shout out my man Counterpunch Boxing News. One of the first channels I had subbed to when I got back into this YouTube boxing shit. And what he's going to highlight is that, contrary to popular belief, Parker was not as complacent or accepting. Even I used that word before on Marco's stream earlier today, accepting of the stoppage as y'all want to paint the picture to be. Now, the reason I say that before I play the footage, and again, I'm watching this with y'all, but I know Counterpunch is a reliable dude. He's going to say shit just out of thin air. Hold on, we got Koki in the building. All right. Shout out, salute. He always with the frog and the hang 10, as I call it. Remember that shit from the 90s. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, he's going to point out how Parker was not really cool with the stoppage. He didn't. Hey, shout out, Pop. Glad to see you in here. Building this shit slowly, marinating. Yeah, right. And no, Parker wasn't that cool with the stoppage, but he knows, and I forget who the fuck it was that made this point earlier. It's politically sound to not throw the referee under the bus because you might see him again. He might want to fuck you over even worse. So it's just like, human nature. Any relationship, not even like relationship in that sense, but you know what I mean? Like interaction you have with another person, you gotta, certain things you want to say or phrase in a certain way, certain things you just want to leave out the mix, and certain people you could be 100% real with. Bars. So without further ado, I'm gonna share this footage. Again, shout out my man Counterpunch Boxing News. One of the people that really made me feel that I could do this shit myself. I'm gonna go full screen on it. Okay, so title of his video is breaking news footage of Joseph Parker shoving the referee after the stoppage. So that's good. And I hope my mic is better. I've been adjusting the sound settings. I know I got enough capacity, but I don't want my shit to pop. So I want to be loud enough that when other people are on the panel, I'm very clear. But I don't want my microphone to pop. I'm a former DJ, so I know that that's not good audio quality. Anyway, let's go.
See, you know when you see or sense something that's not right.
Obviously, I'm allowed to continue, but just reacting to what before he gives his opinion in real time. Yeah, that was his instinct. His instinct. You feel me? Like his instinctual response. Like, motherfucker, get off me. I'm still in the game. You know what I mean? But again, he didn't want to shit on the ref. And what I heard in the post-fight press conference, I want to make this point, is that he said, "I felt I could have continued, but the referee made his decision." So yeah, again, he was trying not to fuck himself. He was trying to stay still at that top level and still get big fights. So he's not going to just shit on the ref because obviously it's a high level referee if he's you know, officiating this kind of fight. But yeah, I'm gonna let counterpunch keep cooking.
As you guys just seen in real time, in slow mo, how Joseph Parker was robbed.
Uh oh.
It was a robbery.
Mm.
See, Joseph Parker and
I hate to keep pausing it, but shout out to my man Counterpunch. I agree with him 90% of the time. Again, I like to do shit like I find the topic and then I just respond in real time. I watch this shit in real time along with y'all as long as I, respect the content creator's opinion. So I'm you getting a real reaction. I did not it's not fabricated, champ. I'm listening with y'all and no, not a robbery. Not a robbery. I would say the timing was bad and peep game. I think if they would have stopped it when he was really throwing, boom, 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 but he started to get fatigued. You feel me? I know he has a great tank as a former soccer player, but his output was starting to decline when they stopped it. So to me, that smells of a little a little bit of politics. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that was not the best timing for the stoppage. If he's really getting, and he wasn't lining everything clean, I feel you. But Parker, I will say this to be fair, Parker was not responding. They called it unanswered punches, right? Y'all know that term. So yeah, he wasn't answering until the very end. But then when he finally started answering and Wardley's output dropped, that's when you stop it. To me, that's some bullshit. So I wouldn't. I'm trying to call it down the middle, real objectively. I wouldn't call it a robbery, but it wasn't it wasn't a great look objectively, optically. I want to say. Let's go.
Lee, any doctor that was there, they should have saw based on what was actually happening versus what either the ref thought he saw or how the fans made it look better than it actually was. Fabio Wardley landed a good right hand, but most of those shots were not landed in the right areas to warrant, to justify a stoppage. And,
I agree with that.
at this point, I understand why Joseph Parker walked out of that arena. He walked out because he was disappointed. And I think he was hurt. He literally fought three guys to get where he was at. Three. And that all is gone in one day, one fight with Fabio Wardley. And the crazy thing is, if you look at this fight and how it went, what if the referee wouldn't have jumped his happy ass in there and stopped it? Because one thing you notice about Fabio Wardley, what did Wardley do? As soon as they stopped the fight, a lot of people say, oh, well, he just, he fell down. That motherfucker was exhausted. Fabio Wardley fell because Fabio Wardley was exhausted. If the
I do want to speak on that real quick. Again, I'm watching this shit in real time. Yo, okay, we got a few more people up here. Let's see what we got. Kalia. Yep. Hey, shout out to you. Feel free to hop up. You got your own channel. Might as well hop on my panel. But it's cool as long as you're in the building. Salute to you. Uh Tay, that's somebody new. Shout out. Hit the yeah, let me say this real quick. Anyone new in the building coming across my channel, please hit the like and subscribe. It really helped me out. I've just been in the game 2 months and I'm trying to grow this thing. So please like, sub. We're gonna be doing a lot more shit in the future. I'm about to step up the the quality of the stream. It's cool, but I could do better. Oh, okay. So, oh man, Pop, hit that goddamn link and talk this shit. He said he was tired as hell. I uh I halfway agree. Yes, he was tired as hell. It was like half and half, in my opinion. Like, yeah, he was exhausted. That's why his output started to drop, as I mentioned earlier. But then he was also just uh no Tootie, but he was thrilled. You know what I mean? To win the match. When after he was getting outboxed for all them rounds, he's like, I gotta get a stoppage, and then he got it. And he just did the snow angel. So hey, shout out to him. But yeah, it's half and half. He was tired, but he was also like excited. I want to say it was like the thrill of victory, and I know how that feels. Sometimes you just want to collapse. My first half marathon out in the Berkeley Hills, I fucking collapsed at the finish line. I was just like, God damn, that was tough as fuck. But let's keep cooking. Y'all hit that link. If not, I'm gonna keep going solo. Let's go.
The ref wouldn't have jumped in. Fabio would have been out of gas. And if Fabio was out of gas, what would that meant for Joseph Parker? And this is what I'm sick of this sport, the sport that I love that I hate so much. That I
Fair use, my man. Counterpunch. Please don't flag me. You know I rock with you.
created that term that shows you the love and the hate that I have for boxing. The beautiful things and the ugly things. And we seen some beautiful things in this fight, but we saw like the overshadowing of the ugliness that happens in the sport. Joseph Parker, like I've been telling you guys, justice for Joseph, justice for Joseph, justice for Joseph. That's a hashtag, people, because they've been shitting on Joseph Parker all year long. And now they actually have a reason why they can't and won't or allow him to be where he's supposed to be.
God damn. I get the sentiment, right? Because I feel he deserved the match off top. The only thing that threw a monkey wrench in the game is that Usyk got hurt. So he's 33, but a lot of experience, a lot of wear and tear. Maybe he could have waited, but I don't think he would have been. I don't think it would have been mandated because it's just not an appealing fight. And I've been saying this off top. Parker and Usyk, I don't need any more sleeping aids. Well, I don't have none, but I don't need any sleeping aids, really. So yeah, that match would have been boring. Why? Because not that he doesn't deserve it, but because it's boxer versus boxer, and Usyk is the superior boxer. And ain't no way Parker could have solved that puzzle. So I didn't need to see it. Not saying he didn't earn it. You could put an asterisk, arguably, around all those three, quote unquote, on paper, impressive recent victories. So let's dig into that. Since nobody else hopping up, I'll just fucking run my mouth. Okay. Wilder, obviously washed after the Fury trilogy. Zhang, old, low output. Now, y'all know the book on Zhang. He's kind of that gatekeeper, and I respect him. Hey, shout out to all these fighters. They got all of my ass, but I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, they all have an asterisk. They all were not at their best, is what I'm trying to say. And then we got Bacoli, which off a 1 day notice, I don't know, 2 days at max, right? And flying over from the Congo, out of shape as fuck. Yeah, he got pieced up, and you could tell by the way he fell, he just wasn't even ready to fight. So yeah, 3 good names, but it didn't really demonstrate his skill level. It wasn't like the most impressive performances. And I don't even want to hate on him. Again, I said he deserved the shot, but he chose to stay in the mix, which I respect. In Usyk's absence, while he's healing from I think it's a back injury. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the back. But yeah, man, that's he's just never going to be, in my opinion, at 33, he's never going to be elite. And I'm not disrespecting him at all. I would say like B plus. You feel me? So that's not like putting too much sauce on it. and I mean in the heavyweight sense. B plus for this era. In larger context, might be adjust that grade, but in this era, heavyweights B plus, but he won't be like the undisputed. I never saw him like that. You feel me? So let's continue.
They put him in a position where, hey, we're going to get him in there with a big puncher, and all really Fabio has to do is actually just convince, have someone with the perception that, hey, look at here. This is what this is about. Hey, that was a good stoppage. Don't just ask me. It's hundreds of people, hundreds that disagree with this bullshit, because you all know what bullshit it is when it happens. You know bullshit when you see it. Now they want, oh, Fabio's fearless. He's this, he's that, and he's got this punch. No, he didn't earn that. Knowing Joseph Parker, knowing what in the fuck Parker.
Somebody please hop up here and give me your opinion, if you agree or disagree. I just need one more person on the panel. And when I was talking earlier, I had like 10 people on the panel when I was talking that relationship shit. Now y'all quiet as church mice. I'm talking some real boxing. But I'm gonna let it marinate. We only been up for 16 minutes, so those loyal to the soil will be in here. All right, I see you, Pop. 20 minutes. Okay, hey, I respect it. I'm gonna be on here at least that long. But yeah, I want to hear y'all, because this is very controversial. You feel me? This is like real controversy. He's saying a robbery. I'm saying it's a gray area. I really want to hear what y'all got to say on this, man, because I don't think it's that egregious. Bad timing, but it was like he wasn't responding like he should have. But then when he started responding, then you cut him off. You cut his water off. You know what I mean? You can't have ice if somebody cut your water off. Let's go.
Went through with Wilder, with Zhang, with Bakali. All that even with Joe Joyce, you could add that as a reference, because Joe Joyce ain't a bitch-made fighter. So at no point, if Andy Lee, the trainer, had no problems with Joseph Parker seeing him bob and weave, good head movement, a lot better than fucking Fabio's. Fabio didn't really have good head movement. He turned and rubbernecked a lot of the shots, but he still got caught in a lot of shots. Fabio Wardley is the guy that didn't show anything much, or didn't show what Joseph Parker shows fight after fight that he can recover. And
hold up. I'm a brand new small channel, but I would love to have this conversation in real time with Counterpunch, now that I'm seeing his perspective, because I wholeheartedly disagree. And again, this is my man. I respect him. That's the only reason I'm showing this video. Again, fair use. But on this one, he tripping. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
The thing about that fight, if that was the case, you don't understand what a person's intentions are. You're hindering the fight. That referee, Foster cunt. Referee Foster.
Bruh, I'm sorry to keep pausing him. He called him Foster cunt. Let's go.
Hindered the fight. Because you don't know, that could have been one of the best fights in boxing history. That's just like if Jack Reese wouldn't have done a good job in letting Tyson Fury up off the canvas when Wilder dropped him. He could have done that. He could have done the easier thing, or the passive feminine thing, and said, you know what, this fight's over. I've seen enough because I'm bitch made. He could have done that, but he didn't. Parker could have came back, caught Fabio Wardley with a shot and dropped Fabio Wardley. And Fabio was a damn lie and said, oh, I was never hurt. I was never hurt in that fight. I was just trying to take. No, you weren't. Boy, you were. Stop. You rocked Joseph Parker.
CP, you my man. I love your impersonations. You better than me. I do my impersonations. You way better than me. Shout out to you. And I got that bars phrase from you. But goddamn, champ. Let me say this. This is what I'm trying to get at. It sounds like he had a preconceived notion that Parker is a much superior boxer, so he should win it, which actually was what my head said going in. My heart said Wardley, my head said Parker, and that a lot of times for me that divides. But it is what it is, champ. He was, I don't want to say pieced up, but again, you gotta have a greater output than that. He definitely was hurt. Parker, when the stoppage happened, he definitely indicated that he was hurt. Not a lot, not only in the 11th round, but in the 10th. And you wouldn't throw him back. I mean, you can't put too much sauce on it, man. As I like to say, you cannot put too much sauce on that.
You hurt Parker, Parker hurt you. You know, that was the story of the fight. Okay, they just created another narrative. Oh, you stopped Joseph Parker. Zane couldn't stop Joseph Parker, but you can? Hell, Zane got some knockdowns over Joseph Parker. What did you get? A fucking referee's helper? You got a referee helper.
Nigga said a referee's helper.
You don't want to knock out like that. But of course, he's arrogant. Saying some shit, oh, he didn't hurt me with the punches. You know, shit like that. You know, oh, really, he should have stopped it earlier. When, motherfucker?
Uh-oh. Again, I'm watching this in real time with you. Yes, like 10, 15 seconds earlier. Exactly. Should have stopped it then.
You know, like stuff like that really bothers me about boxing. You know, and hey, some people want certain things to go certain ways, and this is what they do to get it. It's the sport that I love, that I hate so much. But as you can even see, how Parker shoved the fucking referee off. Was like, yo, what are you doing? And he showed him, like, look, with that type of shove, you know when it's the stoppage was right based on how the fighter reacts to the stoppage. You remember Daniel Dubois when he stopped Hrgovic, and they stopped it because Hrgovic was bleeding so much? Again, there was another fight with no knockdowns, right? None of that. But look how Hrgovic acted. Hrgovic was damn near relieved. That wasn't the behavior of Joseph, that he was relieved. He was pissed. Because you guys probably took and robbed the biggest comeback in boxing history right there, as far as momentum goes. And it's sad, man. That referee should never referee another fight again. But you guys tell me what you...
Oh, okay. Now I understand what he's saying. He's saying that Parker, being a former world champion, I want to say WBO, back before the Joshua fight, that because of the names he had on his resume recently, that this was a big time comeback opportunity. Again, I think he's just being a little, shout out Counterpunch, a little sentimental or invested in one fighter. I don't want to disrespect him in any way. I really do respect him, but like, he was emotionally invested in Parker because of the story. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, he wanted to see the comeback story. I wasn't tripping because I knew that he couldn't beat Usyk, and I think that the best chance of seeing someone dethroned, not that I want to see him dethroned, but like the best matchup would be a puncher, not a boxer that's inferior to him. Stylistically, that doesn't make sense to me. Bars. Shout out Counterpunch for the bars line. Okay. I think that's a wrap on that. We're gonna move on. We in 24 minutes? Okay. Let's rock out. I know my people will be in here soon. But another story. I know y'all heard about this. Kid Austin. Floyd Schofield withdraws from Joseph Diaz, Jojo Diaz, junior fight, citing sprained wrist. I would appreciate some additional perspectives on this as well, but I'm going to read through the article and let y'all know what I think. Y'all know the fight is off. before I get started, let me say this: people were all already saying that JoJo was a cherry pig. He's old, alcoholic, washed, all this shit. But now they're shitting on Schofield for the injury. It is. I don't want to put too much sauce on it. I'm trying to think about it in real time. I don't like. Let me say it like that. I don't like that he pulled out of the Shakur fight in Saudi, and they had all that bullshit on it. And now you follow that up with this. It makes me think that one or both of the stories are true about ductivities, whatever y'all want to call it. It's not a good look. I'll say it like that. Okay, so we get started. This came out yesterday. Unbeaten lightweight Floyd Schofield Jr. has suffered a sprained right wrist with minor ligament damage, forcing him to withdraw from his planned November 8th co-main event. Damn, I need some glasses. In Fort Worth, Texas, versus former superweight champion Joseph Diaz Jr. Oh, I am getting older. I'm approaching 42. Maybe I do need some glasses. Anyway, the 23-year-old Schofield, 19-0 with 13 KOs, ranked number 1 by the WBA and number 3 by the IBF, was to fight on the DAZN stream card under the 154-pound main event, pitting unbeaten WB interim champion Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus former title challenger Erickson Lubin. Right, we know that. Golden Boy Promotions announced Schofield's injury days after reports trickled on social media, so it was already leaking out. Okay. The promoter reported his decision not to fight was based on medical evaluation and on the advice of his team. Reasonable, which includes his trainer slash father. I know y'all like to hate on Schofield Sr. I give a shout out to any father that is involved in his kid's life, especially after you're adult, because that's when your obligation ends. Obviously, it's lucrative for these trainer father figures. There we go, to be in their child's life because they're going to benefit off it financially too. But it does show a level of commitment, and you want to build a legacy through your offspring when they stick around and support them through their adulthood. There we go. This November 8th card also features super middleweight Darius Fulgham, 14-1, 12 KOs, versus David Stevens, 15-2, 10 KOs, and Amari Jones, 14-0, 12 KOs, versus middleweight Shady Gamor, 14-2, 9 KOs. I feel like Blue Blood right now. Shout out Blue Blood. You know, he always citing the records, all the accolades. We could stop it right there, though. Yeah, man. Schofield and his father pulled out of the fight. I'm very disappointed because I thought that was again, like, oh boy, like Counterpunch was talking about the names, the resume that Parker had put together recently. This at least would have been a good name, even if you think Diaz is washed. He's only 32, been through a lot of shit. It says it right here: addiction issues. But a name, right? A name. And people, when they look back historically, they tend not to take it into context. They're just like, oh, well, he beat fucking De La Hoya, even if he was fucking 52 years old. I'm just pulling that out of nowhere, but you get my idea, right? People don't take shit into full context. They just say, oh, well, this dude was a legendary fighter. He beat him at whatever point. So it would have been a name. Not like fucking Kid Austin has a incredible resume when it comes to notable names. So he was just trying to get in where he fit in. But hey, champ, if it's a legit injury, then heal up. Shout out to you. But if y'all are just pulling shenanigans, I don't know which one to call it, because now it's becoming a pattern of behavior. And I'm not trying to hate on the young man, but you gotta take one of these big fights. And people are already, it says it right here. Let me continue. Schofield has been subjected to some ridicule for selecting Diaz, 32, since the former champion has lost 7 of his past 9 fights while struggling with addiction issues. So even that was God damn, I didn't realize it was 7 or 9. Yeah, man, that was a cherry pick, and then so maybe the injury was legit. Y'all can tell me. It's just a bad look to constantly pulling out of fights. Put it in context before I move on. Before that, the article does say, I'll highlight it for y'all. Schofield impressively knocked out former super featherweight champion Tevin Farmer in his most recent fight on June 28th on the Jake Paul Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. undercard in Anaheim. Fair enough. So it's not like 2 in a row, but it's 2 out of 3. And that's too much. That's too much for me. Too rich for my blood. All right. We got the first panelist in the building. And I know he ain't a shy guy. So I'm going to add my man Shelton to the stage. What up? What's cracking in LA, baby?
What's the word, big dog?
Shit, we just cooking on this Wardley first. That's what I led off with. I don't know if you spoke on that first. Yeah. You got anything to say about the stoppage? I'm not sure if I heard you speak on it.
No, I don't. I think it was a great fight. Parker was beating the stew out of that man for 8 of those 11 rounds.
This nigga.
That man needed a knockout to win. He got the knockout. Give him his credit.
Okay. So you stand behind the stoppage.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
I was covering with my man Counterpunch Boxing News. Shout out to him again. But what he had to say, it was some bullshit. He said, put a synopsis on it, try to summarize his points, that it would have been an all-time great fight if the ref hadn't stepped in. He said it was politically motivated, you know what I mean, to put Worley in that spot over Parker. And he said Parker was more deserving of this potential undisputed fight than Wardley based on his last 3 wins. So anything that I just said you want to elaborate on? Go ahead, champ.
No, he's right. He's absolutely right. I think Parker was more deserving of an Usyk fight based on the run he was on. But, you fought this guy, and kudos to Parker. You didn't have to fight this guy.
Right.
You could just sat back and waited. But you fought him anyway. You're a warrior. You're a dog. You fought him. And you were beating him. It's just that guy caught you with a good shot in the 10th round. You never recovered, and he got you out of there in the 11th. You got to give that man his credit. Now, he don't have the skills that a Parker has, but he's tough. He got heart, and he can punch.
Hey, homie, that's a great segue. So this is the point I was making earlier. I don't know how long you've been tapped in, but like 20 minutes ago, I was saying it's much more interesting to see Usyk go up against a puncher than a boxer because he's the best boxer. We've seen that with Fury, right? The best boxer in the heavyweight division. So it's more interesting stylistically to see the puncher go in there. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the puncher and a guy that can take a punch.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And a guy that can take a shot. You know what I mean? He can take a shot. So
he can.
That's what makes him a lot different is the fact that he can take a punch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree, Shelton. Okay, cool. You need to calm that little dog down. Man, I don't even want to get into my dog issues right now. Some crazy shit happened today. Shut up to Champ.
Shut up.
I'm always sit down with Champ. Now, the next thing we was moving on to is Schofield pulling out of the Jojo Diaz fight with a sprained wrist injury. You got anything to say on that?
I mean, that's his MO, right?
Okay.
It's like the third time he's done that because
I don't know about 3. I know he did the Shakur one in Saudi earlier this year or last year.
Right.
I get my timelines mixed up. And then this one. But I gotta be fair. They say 2 out of 3 ain't bad, that old song. But in this case, 2 out of 3 ain't good because 2 out of his last 3 fights he pulled out on some bullshit. Well, I can't say bullshit, but he had to pull out the fight, right? So
I mean, if he's hurt, if he's hurt, then he's hurt. I get it. That's what you're supposed to do if you're hurt. But it's hard now. Everything you say Everything that comes out of your camp is going to be judged because of your dad saying that you were poisoned. They put dope in your car and they was trying to kill you and all this other weird stuff he said about the Shakur fight. So now, whenever you pull out a fight, everything based on that, everything you say is going to be scrutinized because of your father.
Shelton, you know the story better than me. The boy who cried wolf.
Right. Exactly.
only so many wolf tickets you can tell or sell
right,
before somebody gonna call you and be like, I don't believe you about nothing, even when some legit shit is going down. So
yeah,
you made
I don't
your own
believe
bed.
anybody. I don't believe they put no dope in your car. I don't believe they did any of that shit.
Put the dope in it. I forget all the shit he said.
Yeah, I don't believe they did any of that shit. But, you told people that. So when you tell people these things and you say, I'm going to show the proof, and then you never come with the proof, I mean, come on, man.
So you saying
You
that
trying to
was
disparage somebody's character? You trying to say that they dirty and then you fucking with their character? You trying to say that they're despicable people? You call them off their names and they did this, that, and the third, and you have no proof to back that up, man. You know where we come from. You know what happens to people who do that, right?
Anybody could get it. They get stitches. Yeah. But okay. But I'm kind of following you right now because you saying that this might be legit, but since you think the previous one with Shakur was cap, now everything you do looks suspicious. I'm feeling that.
Yeah. It could be legit. He could definitely have a tear. He could be hurt. But people are going to have the right to say that maybe it's cap because of what you've done in the past.
Absolutely. Right. That's a dangerous thing about. No, I don't want to. We ain't going to do the dating thing today. I'm going to leave that alone. Hey, what up, Koki? Welcome to the stage. What you got to say on it?
Yo, what's up, Shelton? What's up, CJ?
What's up,
how y'all doing?
Salute. I'm chilling.
Y'all chilling? My West Coast brothers.
Yeah, we waiting on you, man. I know you got something to say about these topics.
I mean, Schofield, man, because he won me over with that Tevin Farmer performance. I felt like he got it together with that. He showed out. I just, I don't want to go back to the whole Shakur thing because, I got hope in this kid. I got hope in him. So I ain't going to call BS. I'm going to say he's legit.
That's the ironic thing because I think this one might be legitimate, but because he put so much sauce on it before in Saudi, that's why motherfuckers are like, and I can understand that, right?
Right. I just hope he doesn't make it a tendency, you know what I'm saying? Because, eventually his own fans are going to be like, well, why did you keep calling out? It's like going to work. Why do you keep calling out of work?
Yeah. At some point, it becomes a you issue. It's not like you're always sick or you always got some bullshit going on. Sometimes you just don't got the discipline to lock in. Yeah, like you said, that's a great analogy. Always calling out sick to work. No, nigga.
And that's a diabolical photo of Kid Austin's hairline. They did him wrong. Boxer C got no love for him.
His whole shit, look at his jaw, it's all bad. I'm sorry, but that was the article I pulled up.
Man, that's like Trump. That's like Trump complaining about the Time magazine. Trump got mad because the Time magazine posted a picture of him showing his chin fat.
Motherfucker, 77 years old. It's gonna happen. I didn't know about that. Okay. Hey, real quick, Jackie.
Is what Koki just?
Yo, Shelton.
Oh,
Jackie.
What's up, Jackie?
Let me welcome her. Yeah.
Hello.
What's up? You had a wild weekend, didn't you? I don't know.
Oh, word. Jackie was getting
you ain't got to speak on that, but I had to jab you real quick. You ain't got to speak on that, on the public platform.
Jackie did the prelims for Border Wars. It was prelims.
Right.
Hey, Jackie, so what's your take on these topics?
Yeah, how long you been up here? If not, I can recap real quick. But if you know, she's on mute. Okay, so while you on mute, calming the baby down, we were just talking about circle back to Koki. You spoke on Schofield, but we was talking about the Wardley and Parker. That was what I led off with, the truth about Wardley and Parker. Counterpunch, shout out Counterpunch, but he was saying like Parker shoved it off. What the fuck are you doing? I could still go. And then I was making the point that it's somewhat political because in the post fight, he said, I thought I could still keep going, but the ref made his decision. So he wasn't trying to throw the ref under the bus because he might run into that ref later on in another big time fight. But basically about the stoppage, how do you feel about that, champ?
I'm going to be brief because I want to hear. I didn't get a chance to hear Shelton. I'm going to be brief. So what I'm going to say is, right, you and I were there. We were on the Discord. You know, you and I, everybody, Jackie, we're all following the fight, right? Mm-hmm. Dude, like we saw Wardley gas out. He was on the floor. He was out of gas, right? I just didn't think Wardley, if there was a minute left in that fight, I didn't think he would have anything left to hurt Parker with. I thought he landed his best shots in the beginning of that round. And I felt like, you know, Parker, you know, it's on him. If you want to fight on the ropes, you are giving the ref a chance to stop the fight. So I felt like Parker should have taken it to the center of the ring, you know, but you know, Wardley, I think he was gassed out, and I think it should have went to the 12th. But Parker didn't do enough for me also, because I felt like Parker was kind of like, well, I'm not gonna throw that many back. You're gonna throw 10 at me. I throw 1 at you. I throw 2. You know, so Parker, you know, he kind of sold out, and I felt like he should have you know, kind of clinched him, take him to the middle of the ring, you know, and continue the fight. But I'm gonna pass it to Shelton real quick.
Okay, hold on. Before
I know, so let's smoke. Yo, what up, Pop?
But before I do that, because I do want Shelton to respond to that. But yeah, shout out Pop and Jackie. They haven't even spoke yet. Go ahead. Either one of y'all want to go? Go ahead.
Jackie, if you're not doing it, you can go first.
No, she got her baby.
Okay.
Yo, you want to go first?
No, you can go first. That would be
okay.
Rude.
Ladies first. Let's go.
So I think that Parker, he was on the ropes, and I think he just didn't do enough for the ref to think that he was okay. So that's on him. He should have did more for him to know that he was okay. You okay, baby?
Oh, shout out to Jackie's son, and Jackie herself. Okay, go ahead, Pop.
Oh, man, dude, like I thought what might happen, but I thought he might be able to pull it out. Like he just got old in the damn fight. That shit happens all the time. Father time waits for no man. He waits for no man. Father time will get you.
Wait for me.
He wasn't. I mean, it didn't look like he was hurt. Like, dude, like from a big punch, it seemed like he was exhausted as well. He couldn't throw nothing back. I mean, he could bob and weave, but nothing coming back. And then Wardley, if you were fighting, you know, and anybody throwing nothing back, you try and get the stoppage, and
keep
you
going.
need that. You, go ahead and throw that flurry out there and get it over with.
Absolutely.
I've seen worse stoppages. I can't, but there's a conspiracy going behind it, so I'll leave that alone.
No, that's what I opened with. My man Counterpunch thinks it was some bullshit political because they want to see, they want to see Parker get that shot. But hey, man, I'm gonna put it like this, and then Shelton, you can circle back to what Koki was saying. To reiterate that, he wasn't throwing enough, like y'all said, but it could have. I didn't like the optics of it because Wardley had started to slow down. And Parker had just thrown, again, not enough, but he had just started to throw back. Wardley was slowing down. That's why people were like, what the fuck? The timing of it. Earlier or later, anything but what we saw. Go ahead, Shelton.
I'm going to say it again. That's a lot of people didn't hear me. Yeah. Parker was whooping the stew out of that man for 8 of those 11 rounds. Wardley needed a knockout to win the fight. Mm-hmm. If that fight goes 12, he loses. They're giving away too many rounds. Wardley hit him with a good shot in the 10th. Parker never recovered, got him out of there in the 11th. We got to give that man his credit. He's a tough guy that can punch. He's not very skilled, but he's tough. He can take a shot. He can punch. Give him his credit. I don't think he beats Usyk. I don't think he beats Itama. I don't think he beats Joshua, in my opinion. But he beat the guy who was going to get the shot. Now, let's give Parker some credit as well, because Parker didn't have to take this fight.
Absolutely
He could have sat
not.
back and waited, but he didn't. He took the fight. So let's give them both credit, but let's not diminish what Wardley did. Wardley needed a knockout to win the fight, and he went and got it. Get him man his credit.
He went and got it. Salute. I'm more on the same page with Shelton. Jackie, if you got the you got your situation under control, please tap back in. But okay, that's cool. If not, I'm gonna go to the next topic. We all spoke on these first two.
Yo, I agree with Shelton. He said it perfectly from bottom to top.
Okay. Now, so we look back. We looked at the most recent big time fight. We looked at the Schofield cancellation. Now let's look ahead. All right. So what we got on deck this weekend, right? Yep. Buatsi versus Zach Parker. Y'all want to speak on it? And then I got a little video.
No, nobody cares about that fight.
Damn, man, that's the next one up. Y'all don't care about Buatsi? Y'all ain't hardcore.
I'm looking at that Jerusalem fight because my boy Oscar Calloso is the those baby weights, those 100-pound guys. So he may fight the winner of Jerusalem and Kuse.
Okay.
Oscar Calloso. He's considered one of the best boxers from Puerto Rico.
That's what's up. I appreciate you bringing that knowledge to us. You definitely tapped in with your people, and as you should be. Okay, but I do want to cover. Damn, y'all don't give a fuck. Maybe I'll skip over it. Maybe we'll circle back. Nobody gives a fuck. I ain't gonna talk about it. So,
by the way, did you guys hear about Rolly Romero and the other guy? He's a Uzbek. He's like from one of those countries, Gusayev or something.
No, I haven't heard.
At 147, they're gonna have a fight for the belt.
Yeah, the
Gilsov, yes.
Yeah.
I'll look that up right now. Y'all keep cooking.
I don't know. I like Rolly. Rolly's entertaining, but I think that style, like that educated, like Eastern European style, I think that's just like bad for him. And
hell yeah.
I hope he wins though, because I'm not a big fan of these these like stoic Eastern European guys. Like I like Bivol, I like Beterbiev and shit, but I don't know. I want to see Rolly win, man. I just don't think he has the style for him, but we'll see.
Hey, real quick, I'm doing this shit in real time. Can you spell his rumored opponent's last name for me? Because I can't find it. You say
it's like I think Smoke will have it. It's like a GUSA. I don't know. I
see it. That's enough.
I just threw out random letters like soup.
I think this is a dude. No. Y'all. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look that up in the background, but because I do want to circle back to that because that's interesting. But I do got this on deck. Y'all heard about Zerto? What he's asking for?
Oh yeah. Heard that like a couple hours ago.
CJ.
Yeah.
His name is Shakram Gisov. The last name is Giyasov.
Oh, I was way off. Hold on. Say that again.
Giyasov.
SOV. All right. So I'm gonna dig into that while we look at this. What Zerto was asking for is 12 M's, not 12 bands, but 12 M's to fight Jai Pataya. Again, shout out my man Counterpunch. I'm only using your content because I respect you, but we're gonna see. Again, we watching this in real time. I haven't seen this shit yet, but
wait, 12 million from Turkey?
We gonna see.
Damn, bro.
Real quick, that you asked that's probably the only one that could put that amount up for these two. I don't want to say lesser fighters, but it's not like huge names. Like,
yeah,
no, you feel me? So let's go. Off top, he looked pissed off. Let's go.
$12 million. $12 million. That's what Zerto wants in order to get in the ring with Jai Apataya. You cannot make this shit up, people. And at this point, we should know, everyone should know and understand that that man asking for that amount of money, he is overpricing himself to avoid that fight. See now.
Okay. We're going to chop this up. Y'all think that's accurate?
Yo, don't he look like a mix of showbiz and punch drunk boxing?
You a goddamn fool. Yeah. Shout out Counterpunch, but yeah, you're accurate. But no, I think that is the motivation. He's trying to duck out, pricing himself out, as they say. Absolutely.
E-Rock said Zerto has a good chance. Jai tends to fade out in later rounds. Shout out to E-Rock.
I still think Opataya is the greater talent.
Yeah.
I test.
Who has a better resume? If you guys had to pick.
I would have to dig into it. I don't like to speak out of ignorance. I really don't know.
Same here, because I don't follow those divisions real deep, to be honest.
Exactly. So at least we're being honest. Let's continue.
Well, what's called got 2 belts.
If
That's
you
why.
guys-
That's why he want that. He got. I guess he's trying to sell both belts for $6 million a piece.
That's a good point.
Okay. Business. Got you.
Can recall, David Benavidez has showed interest in moving up there to fight Zerto Ramirez. So, if you know that, he's got the memo. Hey, David wants to fight me. I'll fight him on the PBC or the ring, and I will dodge that bullet fighting someone smaller or probably my size, because David Benavidez is a pretty big guy, right? And meanwhile, I'll avoid my direct comparison in my weight class, Jai Apataya. You know, that's the only thing that I can think of. And Eddie blasting him for that, he should. Because if you look at, let's look up Zerto. Zerto Ramirez fight purses.
Before he goes on, I tend not to favor this argument because it's not like what I earned before. It's like, what am I worth now? You feel me? Yeah, I used to work a minimum wage job. Now I'm an engineer, so I can demand a little more. But let's go.
Okay. It says goes the purse bid. Purse bids for Dorticos is $200,000. $200,000. Okay. 2025 network earnings. Let's see. Payday. This cat's 39 years old, right? No, that's Dorticos. Okay.
This motherfucker texting and driving.
Let's see. 12-round unanimous upset loss to Dimitri Bivol. Estimated $3 million. Okay. That's his highest pay is $3 million. So you mean to tell me you want 4 times as much money to fight Jai Apataya, a guy that you claim that does not sell or has not been in there with nobody. So if he hasn't been in there with anyone, how can you justify demanding that much money? Because you can't talk about yourself, really.
Hold up real quick. Jackie, I see you got a dip and you're trying to hop back in. You got anything to say before you go? Or it's all good if you just got to bounce? Just want to give you the opportunity. Okay. I think she's tied up. It's cool. Come back when you can. Shout out my man Vlogs. He's really standing on up for Zerto in the chat. before we continue the video. He's talking about what's wrong with asking for 12 M's. He was rumored to fight Jake Paul, the 3-weight world champion. Okay, but can he demand that based on, he's talking about Opataya doesn't sell. Does he sell? Promoters are not trying to take a loss. That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? I've been on both sides of the game. I've been the worker and the owner. So I'm not taking a loss just because you think you deserve a certain amount of money. Damn, everybody skedaddle. Shout out Pop for sticking around. But okay. Yeah, Jackie, hopefully Shelton will be back. Koki. Whatever, we're gonna keep cooking. You got anything to say before we continue, Pop?
He's scared of Ja.
Yeah, that's what I would chalk it up to.
He's terrified of him. He's an old man. He's looking for that last final payday.
Payday. Yeah, if I'm gonna go out, make it worth my time. That's it. Simple as that.
He gonna get it's gonna cost him that much money to get in the ring with him because that boy gonna beat his ass, and he don't want to go out like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? For a little bit of money, that's a hell, but is it anybody gonna pay for it?
Exactly. that's his issue. Yo, Mo, you want to hop up? Hit that link. It's pinned to the top. I know you always got some good shit to talk. Very intelligent points, but yeah, let's have this debate. Vlogs, any of y'all could hop up. The show goes better when it's just not me saying what I think, but when I can bounce the shit off people and we can learn from each other. That's the whole point of the channel. I told y'all, I'm not the all-knowing of boxing. You feel me? I'm like, I'm a not casual light, but hardcore light. You know, some of y'all are more hardcore than me is what I'm trying to say. So if you can teach me something, I'm all ears. But yeah, vlogs, Mo, hop up on the panel. Until then, we're going to keep cooking. But yeah, I agree with Pop that he's just trying to avoid it. Or if I'm going to get stopped in embarrassing fashion, set me up for life. That's how I interpret this. Well, let's see what Vlog said right here. I'm a huge fan of Opataya. It's a closer fight than we think, and Zerto holds 2 belts. Yeah, you got him right now, but as a man over 40, he ain't probably too long for this world. Not this world, but you know what I mean, the boxing world. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be morbid or something like that. Let's go. Oh, we got Mo. Hold on. Pause for the cause. What up, Mo? Thanks for tapping in. You got anything to say?
Can he hear you?
He's on mute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too high on Zerto. I think he's a pretty good fighter. But he's very clearly, at least to me, not a natural cruiserweight.
Okay.
He looks like a chubby weight cruiser, especially compared to Jay Opataya, who's played with the idea of going up to heavyweight. But ever since his last fight, it seemed like he backed off on that since there's not the big payday with Usyk that he was hoping for. So I'm not surprised at that at all. But yeah, I mean, look at it from Zerto's perspective. It's easy to say, oh, he's ducking, he's pricing himself out or whatever. But I think the reality is that they're really fishing for that Jake Paul fight. And let's be real, like that Jake Paul fight only happens if Zerto has what Jake Paul wants, which is a real title. So, you know, if he fights Jay Opataya, he's not going to get that payday. Whereas, look at it this way, if he fights Jake Paul and loses or wins, or it's a no contest, or it's a draw or whatever, tricky Pizzuki shit, they managed to get out, he can still fight Jay Opataya later.
I don't know. He has a lot of age on
I think that's the only reason why Jay Opataya is even staying in the division, because he might fight Zerto. But from the looks of it, he's probably going to leave the division if that fight doesn't happen.
No, I think he should try to. So I'm not mad at him. I'm not saying he's a bitch for it, but at his age, you know what I mean, late 30s, and he's just trying to cash out. So shit, I'll probably do the same thing. If I could only engineer for one more contract, I'd probably be demanding high prices if I knew that was it. But yeah, man. Okay. Well, thanks for tapping in. We're gonna continue with this. I'm gonna play the video, step out for a couple minutes, and I'll be right back.
You know what I mean? You fought Bivol and you lost. Then you ran away from the division. That's the story of Zerto Ramirez. He got his ass whooped and he ran away. That's what he did. He ran off. Seriously. This cat ran off. after he got boxed to death by Bivol, boxed his ass, he went to cruiserweight because he thought he was safe. Until he found out, oh shit, there's a bigger southpaw version of Dimitri Bivol and Jaya Pataya. He's probably bigger and he's stronger. No, I don't want none of that. I just left that type of shit. And I received $3 million for it. But now you want $12 million to fight Jaya Pataya. People, wake up. Zerto is ducking. He's been ducking. This just really confirms it. If you don't want to fight someone, you're either going to do the chicken shit thing or the passive thing, should I say, not respond, or criticize his resume, which he already did, or price yourself out and ask for so much money that you know you're not worth. Therefore, you'll piss off the people that's offering you anything, like Eddie, and that will be that. That's what he's doing. That's Ramirez in a nutshell right there. That's all he's done right there. Priced himself out, asked for too much money. You know, hey, how about this? How about I ask for $12 million? $12 million for your
Pause for the cause, fair use. So you don't think that number is unreasonable, Mo? I'm not saying he shouldn't get as much as he can, but 12 M's? They're not gonna. The promoter is not gonna make that back because they're not big names. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, look, we live in a post-promoter world now, and this is what I think people or fans or content creators like the person you have on screen is not really reckoning with. The truth of the matter is that we live in like a post-promoter world where that money stuff doesn't really matter. I mean, at this point, if you're a fighter or a manager, promoter, you'd be fucking stupid to not ask an outrageous price, because if Turkey wants to fight bad enough and he's a big fan of Opataya, he'll pay the price. I mean, look at what we just saw with Bud and Crawford. You know, he's a big fan of Bud and he wanted to get in that fight, so he dished out 150 million plus another however many hundreds of millions of dollars to Canelo to get him to that fight. So, but my contention is simply that I don't think that 12 million number just comes out of nowhere. It's really because I think Zerto is worth that much. It's just not, you know, the fight that we want him to fight. You know,
Okay.
like I remember there's a good instance, historical precedent for this, right? So, like in the early 1990s, Holyfield, when he beat Buster Douglas, he was the undisputed champ, and his managers had a couple fights for him to say, hey, you can either fight Mike Tyson for 50 million, or you can fight George Foreman for 50 million. And he was like, well, I want to fight Mike Tyson. But his manager said, look, you fight Mike Tyson and you win, they're not going to give you 50 million to fight George Foreman. So why don't you just fight George Foreman first, collect these 50 M's, and then go fight Mike Tyson? He did that. Mike Tyson went to jail, and we saw, you know, the rest is history. But the precedent stands. Like, if he loses to Jay Opataya, which he probably will, he's losing out on another big payday with Jake Paul. So, I mean, I don't blame him. I think really what the pressure should be on Jay Opataya to leave cruiserweight and go to heavyweight, because in my opinion, he's way bigger than Zerto and way bigger than most of the guys in that division. He could easily put on the weight to go a heavyweight.
Okay.
known as.
My fault. I didn't mean to play it again. I wanted to respond. On one hand, I hear what you're saying. Now that's a good, like you said, historical precedent to cite with Holyfield. He could get 2 big paydays if he fought Foreman first. Cool. The thing is, you're saying the thing I disagree with is what you said earlier, that it's a post-promoter world, just because Turkey got an infinite bag, you know, by our standards. I know nothing is infinite, but you know what I'm saying, right? Money is kind of not an object. I disagree, because whether you're making a short-term investment or a long-term investment, you want a payoff at some point. No one is just throwing away money. I hate that narrative. That is not human nature to just give it all up for nothing. I'll take it. We did the relationship stream last Friday, but for real, a good analogy. I'm not trying to get married and get nothing back. Either I'm going to get a short term, hookup, or I'm going to get long term loyalty. So my point is, everyone is looking for a return on investment. No one's just, oh, I'm going to give all my money to this thought and she's going to go cheat on me. That's not a good, So I say that to say neither Ramirez or possibly Opataya, but Ramirez is too old. Ramirez is not a good long-term investment. So that's why I think the bans will not be honored. Does that make sense?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, definitely not. But I mean, they could. I mean, who knows? There's a lot of stuff in the air. Like, look at it from a wrestling perspective, right? If you want to get Jay Opataya over and make him the unified or undisputed champ or whatever at cruiserweight, so that he can fight Usyk next year or something like that at heavyweight, and then they could promote it as heavy undisputed versus undisputed, like we've seen other promotions do, like Charlo Canelo, for instance. Then that's the price they have to pay. That's the way I look at it, anyways. And who knows? Maybe they can do it. Ooh.
Okay, that's a fair point.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean by like the post promoter world. Like, whoever thought we'd get Haney versus Norman? That fight just came out of nowhere. Whoever thought we'd get Crawford versus Bud? That fight came out of nowhere. I mean, if Turkey can justify 150 million for that fight, why can't he justify 12 million for this fight on another big, huge packed card with like 10 other super fights on it?
Okay, if it's not the headline, okay, so let's put everything in context. It can't be the headline for the Zone pay-per-view. It's not enough. Not enough sauce. Maybe the I want to diss him. Maybe the co-main, but no, he needs a little more. Koki, thanks for tapping back in. You want to say anything on this Ramirez Opataya 12 mil deal?
I agree with Mo, because I feel like, with Turkey, he could give you, bread with cheese and be like, look, $100 million. Like, at this point, I don't want to compare like these mega fights like to Crawford Canelo, but this is a big fight. It's a fight that would determine who's going to be running up that division. So for 12 million, why not?
A big fight for the hardcores, but it won't get him the ROI. That's my only point. I'm not saying I don't want to see it, absolutely, but
and
12
I don't think
what's going to get in the way.
Yeah, I don't think Jai and Zerda will ever be mainstream too. I don't think they have the. I don't know. I think they kind of both have like oatmeal personalities that they don't get that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they don't get that promo. They can't cut a promo like you. So I don't think they're going to be able to get their fan base outside of the hardcores. Because the only people that's going to watch it fight are us. The boxing community. So
right. No, absolutely. You know what's crazy? That was the thing. Real quick, I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the thing I struggled with most, actually, because I was a teenager, right? So I didn't have all my manness about me, all my confidence. I struggled with cutting promos, and now I just like to talk shit forever. But, yeah.
There's so many fights going on. I know we got a lot to cover, but I'm glad Mo's on. I'm glad you're on too, and we got so much shit going on the week and next week.
Glad
and the fucking the Border Wars bullshit with Marco potentially slapping Ness, which I'll pay 12 million for that.
No, he said they squashed it, and I'm not going to cast any aspersions, if you will, on nobody, but Marco did say that Ness did reach out and they squashed it. That was
okay.
Over, but I'm glad it's peaked right now.
Okay, that's news to me, but I'm glad, for Marco. Marco's too old to be, dealing with that kind of shit.
Yeah. I mean, ain't they about the same age?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're all in our 40s. Well, me and them. I don't know about y'all.
I'm gonna try to get Marco to go to the Matthias and Dalton Smith press conference on November. It's gonna be at Barclays Center, so I'm gonna try to get Marco to go.
Okay.
See my boy Matthias, but we gotta.
He's not too far, so
yeah. I was gonna ask you guys on Pro Box. Pro Box has a fucking dope event with Tiger Johnson from Ohio, main eventing against Nicholas Floss from Puerto Rico.
All right.
And
When is that?
I think that's November. Wow, like next week.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's actually a good fight. It's a step up for Tiger Johnson, actually.
Yeah, I think they're both at the same level, and I think it's as 50-50 as you could get. And I think this fight will potentially get the winner of Haney Norman. Potentially.
Oh wow.
Because 147 is not that deep. And
Tiger Johnson moved up to 47?
Yep, he's at 147. He beat Boca Chica. Boca Chica's the guy the guy that he slammed Tio in the sparring video.
Yeah, that's the guy that beat up Norman, bruised up Norman too. He gave Norman a rough look.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, here we go, y'all. It's November 7th. For anyone.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good, man.
That's next week. We gotta do that one, bro. We gotta do that Pro Box deal.
Oh, I love Pro Box, man.
Me too, absolutely.
They put on competitive fights, bro.
Yes,
they put on competitive matchups.
Two different styles, man. It's gonna be a good fight. You know, I'm pulling for Floss. You know, I think Floss, you know, even though he has 2 losses, you know, he is beatable, but he reinvented himself. He's a whole different fighter. He's
I need to dig into it. You said that's one of the top dudes.
This will be the best guy. If you know Tiger Johnson, this will be the best guy he's ever fought.
Yeah.
You said Floss is one of the best like prospects out of Puerto Rico.
I would, you know, being from there, man, I rate him highly only because of what I've seen the last 4 fights. If you asked me about Floss 4 years ago, I would have told you he was another C-level Puerto Rican fighter. And I'll be honest with you, Puerto Rico, we have a lot of C-level fighters, you know, and that's just the current state of Puerto Rican boxing, and I'm honest about it. But Floss, man, I think he has a potential to land a fight with a top guy at 147, and I'm hoping that guy is Brian Norman or somebody. Even though, of course, Brian Norman is going to be the favorite, but you know, Floss has an opportunity to be a contender, and I think that's impressive.
So, since you said the Puerto Rican boxing is in a C-level status, what grade do you give Subriel Matias? Because that's my guy. I like that.
Right now, Matias, I give him a B plus. A B plus. He's not a perfect fighter. You know, he's a guy that he's not gonna fight you with skills. He's gonna literally fight you with balls. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna just fight you straightforward and real old school. And but B plus. You know, yeah, Matias. Yeah, you don't gotta look for him. You know, he's gonna be there for you to hit. But Matias, he has to beat Dawson Smith. He cannot have another Liam Paro performance where he kind of slacks off. He lets the guy clinch him. He lets the guy headbutt him. He's friendly with the guy. You know, like that's a whole different bipolar side of Matias. The Matias we know is the Matias that's in the ring with Malik Hawkins and Jeremiah Ponce, who's trying to literally kill you in the ring. That's the guy we know.
Well, you know what, bro? And, let me tell you something about that fight. I think he underestimated that dude. I think he thought he had that dude hook, line, and sinker. And he went over there in Puerto Rico. And, you know, you at home, a lot of requests, a lot of interviews, whole lot going on. He's not
he
the
was
only
talking
fighter
about
to go
Regis
home
Prograde for like 5 minutes. The Zone did a promo. It was Regis Prograde Matias on the phone. I'm like, you know, you have Liam Paro fighting, right? This is your next opponent. And what's the one thing they tell guys? When you got a fight coming up, don't talk about other fighters. Just focus on your opponent. And he didn't do that. He came into this fight with the blonde hair. He came out with some gangster reggaetonero artist, some guy from Puerto Rico who's like known in the streets. I'm like, dude, this is not even your vibe anymore. You're a family man. You got 3 daughters. You did time in prison, but that's your past. You know, you gotta grow the fuck up. And so yeah, he definitely sold out on that power fight.
Hey man, it could be hard to hang.
Do you remember what happened to Jared Hurd? Remember Jared Hurd did the same thing? Jared Hurd was all at the Redskins game. He was at the Wizards game. He did the same thing and went in there later. Hey, that's what happens sometimes when fighters go home.
Yeah. Having to reach
Too many distractions. That's a great point. Okay.
Too many distractions, bro. Too many distractions.
Might make that a whole.
You know, if Tiger Johnson wins this fight, man, I think he's a guy that he didn't look great in his other fight, right? But he's a guy, if he puts it all together, man, he could be really good. He could be, especially at 147.
All right, I'm with you.
I hope he has more pop at 47 than he did at 40.
Yeah. Because he's like very
That's the only
technical,
thing
but
I
then
believe.
also like
One thing I doubt-
elusive.
Go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I liked about the Boca Chica fight is Tiger Johnson showed he can fight a boxer puncher type of style. What troubles me
Right.
is that he might not have the temperament to be a good puncher. Like it troubles me that he might just want to be like a Shakur, where he just wants to get in there and get out and just get his paycheck, which does not make for a good champion.
See, you put
or
an
an
extra
entertaining
sauce on it
fighter.
when you
Is that
said
what
just
you
in my
think about
opinion.
Shakur, bro? You think that about Shakur, bro? You think he's just a get in, get out guy?
Yeah, that's what I'm
100%,
saying.
without a
You put
doubt.
extra. Hold on, real quick. I don't let you respond.
Wow.
I'm gonna let Mo respond, but I gotta clarify. Like when you say just get his paycheck, it seems like you think he's not doing his best. He's just trying to get the job done as easily as possible and dip out. Is that
Correct?
Is that what you said? I disagree. I think he's just playing into his strengths. That's what he can do. If I know I
Well,
don't
that's
got
what I'm
pop like
saying,
that,
though.
but I got excellent IQ.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying that he's not playing into his strengths. Like it's not a matter of like, can he punch or not, or does he not have pop, or can he not be a dog? I'm saying he just doesn't want to, which makes me not want to see him. Like that's what I saw in the Boca Chica fight. I mean, remember I was there live in Norfolk, and I mean, he was laying an egg, and then the crowd started fucking booing him, and Boca Chica started taunting him, and then he felt the pressure, and then he started putting it on Boca Chica, and I was like, thank you. Like, just show us that you have something. Like, you're out here trying to build a career.
So what you're saying?
Fans.
So what you're saying is he only goes like 60%. Is what you're basically saying.
Exactly. When I'm like,
He
I don't
does
want him to
just
go
enough.
out there. Exactly. Like, if he thinks he's gonna, Nick Claus is a tough guy. He might not be like Koki said. He might not be, A+ level talent, but he's a tough motherfucker. So I mean, you're not gonna beat this dude by going 60%. Like you're gonna have to use all your abilities and skills and get some pop on your punches to keep him off you.
Your balls in your
I
word.
hear
Hey,
you.
real
Now
quick.
that I can't say.
Shelton,
can't-
before you go,
yeah.
we got somebody new up here. Trini BX. What up with it?
CJ, what up, man? What's up,
Thanks for tapping in, champ.
Trini, go ahead and cook, brother. Go ahead and cook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I just want to touch on the mention. CJ, you got to get up on Nick Flies, man. He got a real entertaining style.
Okay.
And I think those two early losses came early. He's I think he's from the island too. So because we got Puerto Rico, go gig respect. We do got some guys coming up. They're just state guys. We got the Valle brothers. We got a couple other guys coming up. Najee Lopez is about to put Puerto Rico on the map at 175 soon. And man, that's a good point on Matias, man. That was the same day as I think Rolly or one of the Tank fights, man. And I flew out to Orlando to watch Matias fight with my cousin, man. And all the casuals had the Tank fight another fight on the other TV. And yeah, man, yeah. And we fight stick the Tank, but I had the Matias on, and yeah, man, I think he had his idol Tito Trinidad in the stage, and it's tough coming to Puerto Rico for a fight, man. That's why I don't know why Victor Ortiz ain't jumping the opportunity to fight Zayas in Puerto Rico, man. Because sometimes your first fight in Puerto Rico is a lot of pressure. It could work against you as a 22-year-old champ coming to defend your title for the first time in Puerto Rico against a dog like Ortiz. So I was surprised that team didn't jump on that fight, man. Also, man, the Floyd Schofield shit, I don't know, because, I'm on the third shift. But this morning, I kind of was checking some videos and shit. On the Fight High video, right, when he mentions it, his right hand is wrapped. And then later on, in the Mills video, his left hand is wrapped. So I don't know if it's both hands or what.
No.
Yeah, man, look into that, CJ. I was trying.
Wait. Run that back. Whose hands, different hands was wrapped?
On the Fight High video, the first one I seen where he's explaining the injury and they're putting out the Jojo Diaz fight, his right hand is wrapped.
Okay.
On the Mill City video, his left hand is wrapped.
You sure it's not? It's like a mirror image.
Oh.
I
I'm-
don't know.
I'm
It
trying
could
to-
be. I
I'm
don't
reaching.
know,
I'm
but
reaching. I'll look into it.
No,
But yo,
it might be a deeper, like Two Tone be saying, respect to Two Tone.
Hey, but if you see two different hands, if you see two different hands wrapped, bro, that's not no mirror image.
Respectfully, family, I was coming off a third shift, so I don't know if I was sleepy or what.
Okay,
I think they
got you,
pulled
got
out
you.
because they got a better fight down the line with Body or something like that. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You know, but all the shit with the Saudi Arabia, and then like I don't know, it was real cringy the way like the father was looking at him with the first video. Like he's always on that shit, but this time it was really like, you know. So I don't know. Look into it when you guys get a chance, and maybe we caught something there.
Does anybody on the panel? Does anybody on the panel think that maybe they didn't want to risk it with JoJo? Does anybody think that?
I don't think that. I think it's a better opportunity at this time. I don't see. Yeah, I don't know.
That seems more likely.
Yeah, JoJo's at the end of his career. You know, the father even tried to say that's God blessing him, like you know he's a man of God now. So I don't know about all that.
I agree with Trini. I think JoJo is done. Like shout out to Trini. Yo, Trini, I'm repping Burnside. What about you, man?
What happened?
I'm from Burnside. What about you? I know you said Trini BX, right?
I'm over here. Yeah. I'm like Morris Ave, Cortland Ave, that area.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
I'm over there.
I thought y'all were already tapped in because I see both of y'all so much. Okay. That's
no, I didn't get the pleasure to introduce myself yet. Shout out to Trini.
This is Kokik, right?
Yeah, Cookie. Yeah. I saw you. I saw you in the other chat in Johnny's. I was like, oh, my man is from the BX. I was like, I gotta shout my man out.
You know what's crazy? I caught you on a Philly chat. They was calling you Coogee though, but I was like, that's Kokik. Yeah, and I'm like, y'all fuck with him because I was going to war over there because you know I'm a corporate guy. I was going to war.
Nah, but you know, you from the X, so you know you fuck with Boricua, so you already know it's you know it's Koki. Yeah. But like people not from New York, they be like it's Coogee, Kogwa.
Yeah, Coogee. Yeah. Yo, funny story about the Koki though. It's crazy. Like motherfuckers don't be believing me. I'm still digging for video evidence. But when Margarito fought Cotto, I went with Cotto, man. I mean, I went with Margarito the first fight. I'm known for that. Like my uncles gave me a hard time when I went with Chavez against Camacho. I'm half Puerto Rican, so you know how that goes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Margarito beats him, and like the house gets against me. But 2 weeks before that, my niece came from Puerto Rico, and she brought eggs, man, Kokik eggs, bro. A lot of people think they can't live, and I had hatch Kokik in my house. So before I left, I said, bro, I got Kokiks in my house. It don't get more Puerto Rican than that. Give me my $100. Right. And then the reason I know they Kokiks is because Kokiks is the only frog in the world that skipped the tadpole stage. They're actually born little frogs, bro.
That's why you always posting that frog emoji. Okay.
Yeah,
get back to that real quick though. I gotta welcome my man.
Now, bro. I got you now.
Jersey Bob. Welcome to the stage.
What's up? Yo,
what's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Salute.
I'm in the middle of watching this Sixers game, but Coach Malachi, man, he hates Schofield's dad. So he talked about it, but some people said I guess it was a mirror situation. He didn't have the wrong hand wrap.
Okay, it was a mirror.
I pulled that out of my backside.
Yeah, because Coach. Okay. Yeah, you said that. That's what it was because Coach Malachi hates that dude. So he was like, and then some people in his chat or whatever was like, nah. They said it was like a mirror situation, just like you said.
Okay.
So you was right, CJ Rich. So that's what it was.
So it's the right hand.
Because he would have blasted. It was the right. Yeah, he had it right. He didn't change the rap. Because like I said, Coach Malachi knew.
Coach Malachi
he was starting to go in on him.
Yeah, he the man for that. Yeah, he called him Mama Holyfield. Yeah. Respect to Coach Malachi.
But his chat said his chat was like, nah. Yeah, he's a liar.
You know, Bob, everything he does, we question, man, because he's a liar, bro. We question everything.
He is a straight liar.
Thanks for clearing it up, though, for real.
I'm
just tired.
All right, CJ, I'll be back. I'm going to watch the end of the Sixers game. I'll be back.
Harper looks crazy for the Spurs, man. Harper and Wemby.
Real quick, y'all hit the
CJ,
like and
subscribe.
Bob saying
I'm going to keep listening. I'll tune back in. I'll check back in. Respect, chat. Respect, panel.
Yo, salute Trini.
All right, y'all.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. What was I gonna say?
I got about
ever since Bob posted that video. Bob posted a video in the Discord of the Spurs and Harper, bro. They've been killing it ever since that.
Yeah, they saying Wemby, the way he's playing now, if he don't get hurt, because you know Wemby's fragile. If he don't get hurt, they talking about he could be the MVP and the defensive player of the year.
He got to keep that muscle on him to at least get like 50 games a season.
Yeah, he's fragile as fuck.
Hey, y'all got it on the NBA. I'm NFL and boxing and bitches. That's me. NBA.
Oh, yeah, I'll be watching the game in a minute. I had to make my way to the VFW. You know, I got to do my shift tonight. They're watching the Kansas City Chiefs and the Skins, so I'll be here till about 9:00.
Right. Okay. Oh shit, that's on right now. Yeah, I got about another half hour. Yeah, man. Y'all heard real quick. A side note. Y'all heard how white that Utah girl was on my stream? Shout out, Liz.
Yo, when I heard that, I was bugging out. I was like, where you found this girl from?
Yo, I ain't played video games in over 10 years, but it popped up on my shit randomly, gaming channel, and she seemed cool, so we've been rocking ever since, like, I don't know, 6 months or something. So shout out Liz from Utah.
Yeah. There's really good there's cool people in the gaming community. I used to be part of it.
Okay. That's what's up.
She said she got people she like, people she fuck, and people she don't want to talk to.
Yo, I said nothing.
Wait, she said what?
She didn't put it like that.
She said there's men that I like. This is what she said, verbatim. She says there's men I want to pursue a relationship with, men I just want to fuck, and other men I wouldn't even talk to. That's verbatim. That's what she said, bro. I know what she said. I ain't crazy.
Hold on. Because I listened back because I always got to listen back to my shit. So I'm gonna tell you, she said, "Fuck with," and I'm glad my audio didn't come through at that moment because I was like, "Whoa."
Oh, okay.
But no, she said, "Fuck with," but it's a little. It's the same thing, but it makes it a little easier.
Same thing.
But yeah, she was saying we need to be putting like I said, put them in the hose
pick better bitches. She said we need to pick better. She said we need to pick better women. Just tell the truth. She said our pickers is broke.
I was like, damn, man. No. See, I want to.
Our picker is broke.
Yo, what should have happened last Friday? It's going to happen not this Friday, but next Friday. It's going to be Jackie and her homegirls. Well, let me came up for this. It's going to be Jackie.
Where did she take off to? Where did Jackie take off to? She went to. She got the baby tonight.
She was on there. If you was in the Discord, you would know, but I ain't going to speak on her business. But she literally could not be there. But anyway, it's going to be Jackie.
Oh, okay.
and white girl Liz next Friday. So we should have at least 4 women on the panel. And I really want to get,
that's going to be crazy with CJ. CJ a fool, man. CJ be saying that wild shit.
Always. I got to keep them on their toes. Fuck these 3-0 foes. No, not like that. I'm not saying they 3-0 foes, but in general, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of tolerance for nonsense. Man,
yo, there's a chick on YouTube named Tay Tay. She's from the West Coast. I'm not sure if you've seen her, CJ, but she's a female.
She's cute.
Is she like
Shelton knows that she got like tattoos and shit.
Is she light skinned with glasses?
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah. She be talking about like male talking points. Like she tries to like be on the side of men. So I'm like, she be dope on your panel. Like,
oh, if I can make that connection, yeah, we gonna.
Shit, I'll make it for you, bro. I'll slide in her DM and be like, yeah, my man CJ got a dope live.
Yeah. Okay, if you could do that, I would really appreciate it, homie. Shit.
I'll give it a shot though. I ain't nobody. It sounds like I got followers.
She's cool, man. So. She's cool.
Yeah, she's mad cool though. She's like very. She's all about like men's mental health and shit.
Yeah, she's cool chick,
if it's the same chick I'm thinking about, I think I seen her on Anton Daniels' panel. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the same chick.
Yeah, you did. You saw her.
Fine. She's fine. I can't front.
Yeah, but that's dope. You're doing it this Friday.
Yeah, she's black and Mexican.
I look forward to that.
Oh, no, next Friday. Every 2 weeks, because again, like. Most of my views come from actual the boxing shit, but I also know that relationship shit has a lot of momentum, and it's something I got a lot of experience and I can talk with wisdom from. So not this Friday. I try to spread them out. So next Friday, because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, just talk boxing" when I put that shit out there. So next Friday.
All good.
Yeah. They want to stay on the boxing. Did you see Marco today?
He was tired
on the Boxing Boys, or.
I just saw him being tired on his stream.
He's on somebody else's panel too.
No, I didn't see that.
And I didn't see it.
He's on somebody else's panel today too. You
I
see
didn't
it,
know.
CJ?
You want to speak on it? No, negative. I've been busy.
No, he was on somebody else's panel. I just saw it for a hot second. I thought you guys had checked it out. I just saw it for a hot second. I got out of there.
No, okay. I thought you
No,
said
it was some
something
other guy. It was somebody else. I think it was Mill City, one of them Philly dudes. I think it was one of them Philly dudes.
Mill City. Okay. Hey, shout out Mill City. Shit, we got less than a half hour. I'm gonna continue with the Counterpunches video, and we'll keep cooking. Let's go.
Yes. That's crazy. And you've had $3 million on your biggest fight purse. He must be one to sell that belt to the highest bidder. But he knows he's not going to get that, people. He knows he's not worth $12 million, but it won't stop him from asking for that amount because he does not want to fight Jai Pattaya. And this shit's disgraceful. It's sad, really, because, you know, we need to see that fight. And what's really bad about it, nobody's moving anywhere to strip him, you know? So it's bad. And Jai Pattaya is 30 years old now. He's waiting around. He's getting impatient. You know, he's contemplating going to the heavyweight division, but he would rather focus on his division, which is understandable. Because, I mean, if you've seen people do it like Usyk, right, and then move up and do it again like Usyk, you know, if you see something that's already done, you would think it would be easier to follow in those footsteps, but it's harder. But keep in mind what Jai needs to understand, right? Jai needs to understand that Usyk was involved in a tournament in order to get all those belts together. They just didn't come to him for him going from place to place. No, it was an opportunity that presented itself. So unless there's another opportunity like that, he's going to be in some trouble trying to get a fight with Zurdo Ramirez, especially when he don't want to give up that belt because he doesn't want to fight to give up that belt. He wants to price himself out, talk a bunch of bullshit, hang out on yachts, claim he's injured, then you see him dancing and shit. You know what I mean? With this, you know, like a lot of bullshit is happening like that. A lot is happening in that regards to Zurdo Ramirez. This man should be stripped, but they won't strip him. You know what I mean? Because he's paying that 3%.
Okay, I think this turkey is already cooked. Happy early Thanksgiving, but you pretty much covered this shit. Y'all got anything to say on the tail end? I'm about to move into the next topic before we get out of here.
He ain't lying. I mean, you know, Zurdo don't want to fight Jai Pattaya. Nobody at cruiserweight really wants to fight that dude. So he ain't lying. But Usyk did the same shit. Usyk said he was hurt, that he was dancing on the TV show. So what's good for one is good for all. If you gonna talk about one, you got to talk about everybody.
Damn, y'all know a lot more ins and outs of this shit than me sometimes. I only got so many hours in the days. That's why we got to collaborate. Okay, I didn't know any of these motherfuckers was dancing on TV show, but okay. Okay.
Listen, saying your back hurt is like the most cliche shit to get out of something because they can't tell if your back really hurt. They can't say you're lying. You know your back don't hurt. I mean, Allah, look at Ben Simmons. You say your back hurt, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, they got to take your word for it. So Usyk saying that his back hurt after whooping Daniel Dubois so easily. Bullshit.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I dealt with real back issues. It is like hard to diagnose. You feel me? Unless you got an X-ray, it shows like I don't know a shifted disc or some scoliosis or some shit. I don't know, champ. I don't want to speculate too much. But okay, that's a bow on that. I ain't gonna even get to half of the shit I had lined up, which is normally how it goes. Mo just posted this. You know what I mean? In the private chat. Damn, how come I can't share this shit? It's Kid Austin showing his injury that forced him to withdraw from the Diaz fight. Why every other fucking tab I could share but this one? Hold on, y'all. But anyway, it looks like fucking, I don't want to say STD. It don't look like no normal hand injury to me. Damn, hold up. God. I wish I had my training wheels off and I really know how to work this StreamYard shit, but I can't. Oh, here we go. I know what I'm missing. Let's go. All right. We figured it out. Which one is that? Boxing and barbecue. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see that? What the fuck does that look like to y'all?
Ooh, shit.
I mean, that's not a normal. It's
I
not like
don't
a
know.
So the
skull
I don't
caption on the
know, man.
video,
sprain. The caption. Oh, sorry, fans.
the,
See you in
yeah,
February.
the caption says "Sorry, fans, see you in February." I think that's really weird. If you just got injured, that you would already be trying to come back in February.
Put a
But that's a
timeline
very
on it.
weird, specific timeline. Yeah.
Mhm.
That shit look like a rash or something, man.
Right.
That's what I was about to say. Hey. Like you got chicken pox or some shit. That's why you ain't fighting.
Spider bite. Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
normal. I don't know, champ. Okay. Hey, shout out Mo. Thanks for dropping that. But I did want to what we got? About 20 minutes. Haney. This is the big turkey in the oven, right? The one we're looking forward to the most is Haney Norman, as far as in the short term. So I'm gonna pull this up. Shout the fuck out. A supreme shout out to my man Boxing Gyms. Always getting it in and coming with more X's and O's than I ever could. That's why I like to learn from people. But he's gonna break down. It's titled Why Devin Haney, and I know it's not the popular opinion, why Devin Haney beats Norman Jr. So we're gonna look at least some of this. Let's rock. Fair use. Fight fans.
Devin Haney possesses one of the best close stance jabs in the sport, which he will likely use to tattoo Brian Norman and control the fight. Off the rip, it's fast and incredibly accurate once he gets his timing down. After throwing it, he displays great defensive responsibility in preemptively pulling, ducking, and/or smothering into a clinch to take away countering opportunities. What turns his great jab into an elite lead hand is his ability to use feints and probes to control distance and disguise the jab's timing while varying his targets between the body and head, making it that much more difficult to counter or defend against. He uses foot feints, pre-slips, and level changes, all which serve the purpose of drawing out reactions, freezing his opponents, or masking the jab. Brian Norman's guards are the main source of his jab woes. The conventional guard is a reactionary defense, normally relying upon head movement, blocks, and parries to deal with oncoming offense. With Norman, he prefers to forego the blocks and parries and use head movement nearly entirely. So for jabs, we see slips and mostly pulls. The issue is Brian either isn't athletic enough to pull it off, but just flat out can't consistently time jabs. He mostly still gets hit anyway attempting to pull out of range of the jab or slip. Given the reactionary nature of his guard, feints, specifically Devin's pre-slips, can also draw out Norman's slips and preemptively put him out of position, making it even harder to time the jab.
All right, we got to chop this up because I'm not trying to still do this content. We're trying to commentate on it. So, given that synopsis, that the jab is obviously Haney's primary weapon, and how vulnerable Norman can be. My fault. How vulnerable Norman can be to the jab. Y'all got anything to say on his commentary so far, his analysis?
He's biased.
Yeah.
No, I bet he did a breakdown on how Norman could beat Haney too. That's only how he does it. It's not like just one-sided. He'll shout out Boxing Gyms, but he really knows his shit. But no, he is pointing out
So
the legit
we
thing,
just hearing
right?
this side now. Yeah, we just hearing this side now. So let me take that back. But what he's saying is true.
I'll do another one later. You feel me? Like yeah.
What he's saying is true. It's just that I know for a fact that Norman's a little bit more athletic than people think. People all of a sudden run and jump to the Haney's so athletic thing when Haney is not as athletic as people make him out to be.
Okay.
He's not.
I think
His feet aren't
he's
that fast.
he has
He's a good boxer. He's a very, very good boxer, but his feet aren't that fast. His hands aren't that fast, and he's not super athletic.
Shelton.
He's athletic enough, but he's not what they make him out to.
Shelton, peep game. He's average athleticism for a black man, but yeah, it's not that extra.
Right.
Fucking with you.
Yeah,
no,
right.
I'm halfway kidding, but
yeah,
that's real.
exactly. no, that's real talk. That's real talk. That's real talk. They make him out like he's goddamn Derrick Henry or shit. You know, he's not. He's not that, bro.
Okay. Anyone else
He's not
before we move on?
As a Norman, you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
As a Norman fan, I see both breakdowns. Boxing Gym breaks down both of them. I like what I see here because most of the footage they used was Quentin and Boca Chica. Those mistakes was corrected in the Quentin fight. Bino smothering himself, you know, in both fights actually. So I'm glad. I like what I seen as being on thinking Norman's gonna pull it off. Also watching the interviews with Elijah Flores, man, the sparring partner that they shared. And he's saying Norman was the fastest guy he's been in there as far as getting to the opponent, you know, cutting off the ring. A lot of people say about his footwork, but as a self-admitted B fighter, as your coach and father, that kid's had footwork since 8 years old, in my opinion. That's what I'm banking on for the fight. You guys know Dimitri Parag?
I do not. I'm gonna be real. No.
I need you to check on this guy, CJ.
I do.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Parag is my favorite.
Pirog, yeah, I know that dude.
Yeah. This guy here, man, he walked into looking for chess opponents, discovered boxing. He had a Sugar Ray Leonard tape and a Mayweather tape that this man studied, man. They put him in there with undefeated Daniel Jacobs. And Jacobs at the time was going through some family shit. He lost his grandmother. So he just seen he was fighting a Russian fighter and just going there. Go check that fight out, man. This guy cuts the distance with his footwork, man.
Who is his opponent?
Parag versus Daniel Jacobs. Put that on if you want, man. And this guy coming in,
I'm not going to have
man.
time. We can circle back to it. I'm not going to have time. I've only got like 15 minutes.
No, just do your homework later on. So before this fight, you got to the 22nd. Just to see what I'm saying as far as like getting to your opponent with the footwork, cutting up, switching angles.
Hey, I'm finna start my shift, fellas. Hey, I'm gonna holler at y'all later on tonight. I'm finna start my shift.
All right,
Salute.
Shelton.
All right,
salute.
Take it easy.
Yeah, touching that. Also, one more thing I want to add. Is Zuro Opataya signed already? Oh no.
He was just making an outrageous demand.
Yeah, because there's a lot of talk about after this fight, man. Benavidez trying to get that Soto belt, man. That's his old sparring partner. There's a lot of talks with that, man.
Okay.
And I see Turkey going that angle more.
Well, you know have to assume Zurdo would win. I think it'd probably be one or the other.
Yeah, banking that Benavidez would take that fight. Banking on that, you know, Benavidez would take that fight, and then
I think he would.
You know, because he's remember Benavidez is a big boy coming down on weight, so he can handle the cruiserweight, in my opinion.
Right, and Zurdo got the age on him.
I check that out. But respect, guys. I gotta check in. I gotta punch in and all that shit. I'll be on the clock, but I'll be listening.
All right, yeah.
Respect.
Third Shift Brothers. Shout out to y'all. Okay. Sure. Okay.
CJ, the guy you had talking about Haney, man. After a minute, man. Sound like Devin Haney fan club, man.
No. Again, he let me tell you about boxing gyms. He's very analytical and he'll do both sides. So he'll make both cases. You know what I mean? Like a lawyer could. He'll be like, this is why Haney beats Norman. And then he make another video. This is why Norman beats Haney. Just the strengths and weaknesses, that type of analysis. So I don't want y'all to get it twisted and think he's just biased. I just chose to play this one first. Next stream, I'll probably play the other one because the build up for the fight is official. We're less than a month out. So that's where he's coming from. Not that.
When's the last time Haney showed a great jab that he was talking about? He's not against Ryan Garcia, not against what was the last fight in New York?
Ramirez.
I didn't see no great jab. What was his great jab at?
Okay, but we got to take the body of work into account, right? If Whitney Houston has a couple bad tracks, you can't say she can't sing. Let's see. I'm with you. If he doesn't show up for this one, this is like the fight of his life, right? This is a redemption arc. He got to come through on this one, or he's finished at the top level. My opinion. Now, I don't want to put too much sauce on it, but that's how I see it. So I really want to see how he shows up for this fight, and then I'll make my final judgment, because getting cheated and going out of your way again in the style that people didn't appreciate to preserve the rematch, and your hypothetical opponent didn't do his part, I'm not going to shit on him for that. This is the fight. This is a career-defining fight. That's why I'm so hype about it. Shit, I might put some bread on it, even though I'm not even that confident, just to make it spicy. But let's continue, because I got to get out of here in less than 15 minutes.
Or he just won't react to the pre-slip at all, which could allow Devin to land his jab regardless. He also attempts to parry out of the active high guard, but again isn't usually quick enough to actually do so and just ends up getting hit regardless. It should go without saying that if Norman can't find a way to deal with Haney's jab, he'll have a very long night. Haney's offensive
again, fair use, just so I don't get flagged. Shout out Boxing Gyms.
Toolbox when he gets comfortable will likely disrupt Norman's timing and run him into offense. Once Devin is able to establish his jab, he lets his offense go behind it with a full punch arsenal. After establishing offense behind his jab and feint game, he begins to mix offense without feints in, using the inherent threat of the jab to keep his opponent's hands holstered.
See, that's important. This is like analogy to me, before we tap out, to football. You establish a run, not because you're going to get the most yards from every run, but the threat of the run will keep them on their back foot. You know what I mean? They got to be defensively responsible to stop the run, and that opens up the shots up top. That's how you get the Deebo Samuels. Better example, CD Lamb on my fantasy team. So yeah, that's how you get the big shots. If they got to respect the run, they got to put more folks into the box, akin to, you know what I mean, defending against the jab, making sure you're like responsible in the most fundamental way, but that will open up other shots, because you can't defend against everything simultaneously, is what I'm trying to say. Y'all got anything to say? If not, let's roll the footage.
Norman uses
It's the threat of something else coming that opens up other shit.
Slips, level changes of his own. These serve the same purpose as Haney's, but are also used very often to bait and counter if his opponent commits while he's in these positions. To begin with, Haney's feints will likely make it difficult for Norman to time and counter him. Since Norman likes to counter single shots, but his tell is he'll use his head movement to bait, he can be set up if the op throws more than one punch.
Okay, that's a valid point. Again, y'all, I'm being objective. I'm analyzing this in real time with y'all. Trini said, a lot of coaches use boxing gyms to analyze fighters. That's amazing. So, again, educated eye. He has a more educated eye than me, but I'm educated enough to know that he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, so I got less than 10 minutes now. we're gonna unfortunately have to go to closing arguments. If y'all got anything to say, let me put a bow on my shit first. He has a great case. I'm not saying Haney will win. Again, I still see it 55-45 Norman in Norman's favor because of that power. And Haney has to be, I don't want to say perfect, but responsible the whole time. He has to be more consistent, whereas Junior could get tagged up. We've seen it with Wardley. We just seen it. Perfect example. And it's not even that extreme, like that much of a dichotomy, because I think the Parker Wardley advantage. Parker was a much better boxer than Wardley. I think the Haney Norman is closer. But again, the puncher always has that chance to boom. I don't know how to call it. I'm adjusting my purview every day. But y'all got anything to say before we get out of here? Go ahead. It's your time.
Yeah, I think that Brian Norman is ascending, and Devin at best is staying the same. But Brian Norman's performances, especially since he got that surgery, which is huge. The dad was like he got the surgery, and his dad was like he's gonna be much better. He has been. His dad told the truth on that, and he been dropping people, putting people to sleep, taking their memories. So he's getting better. I don't see Haney getting better. I mean, the Ryan fight, whatever, the next fight, Ramirez, he definitely didn't look good, even though he won it. So I'm gonna take the younger, stronger dude with more confidence. And yeah, all that stuff, all that breakdown he's doing, if Brian Norman touches that chin, all that gonna go out the window. All that better jab, this not he touch him on the chin, it's gonna go out the window, and Devin Haney gonna be on the ground. So I don't even see it. I see it like 80-20. Brian Norman gonna walk through him. He gonna walk right through him.
Hey, Bob, let me put your money on it. If you that confident, let me put your money on it. No, that's good.
Nah,
That's
man, you
cool.
don't bet. But nah, I don't see this as being a match. I think Brian Norman's gonna walk through him. He got nothing to worry about. he Haney don't really have power. He ain't got nothing to worry about. And
That's
he took
strong.
and the one last thing I'll leave with this. Brian Norman has proved he got a chin because Santillan was dropping bombs on him, and
Oh,
he ain't go
absolutely.
nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But it
y'all
could be
got it.
enough not to hurt him, but to discourage him. I think Pop want to go next, and then we'll do Mo. We'll end it like that. Pop, I saw you on mute for a second. Okay,
Yeah,
Mo.
I'm right here. I'm right
All
here.
right, go ahead, man.
Um, I mean, people can say what they want. You can make all your analysis that you want. I just got Brian Norman beat.
All right, no, you got to go more. You got to get deeper than that.
I mean, I don't want to keep saying this shit, but there's a guy that know who he is and found himself, and he's in he's in a good place, good space, and then the other guy trying to find himself, and we gonna see if he's in a good space.
Damn, so you talking like on some manhood shit? He doesn't know who he is. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Wow, I mean that's a strong take.
that's how I got it with Devin. Like, I mean, who are you? Brian Norman know who he is. He figured it out. He got it. You know what I'm saying? He hit his stride at the right time.
I understand. I've been through that journey, but I don't want to put that much on Devin. Like we gonna see again. This will be defining for both. I don't even want to say for both careers, but definitely for Devin, because Norman is young enough. Even if he took a L, hypothetically, he could bounce back. But for Devin, this is almost an all or nothing situation, man. It's big time. And I've been in those positions before, so I feel it. Mo, you want to put a bow on it?
Sure. I've actually watched both of this creator's videos, and I think they're pretty good. And I will say he makes really good points. Like in this case here, Devin has a great jab, but I think Norman is young enough, fast enough, and explosive enough to be able to cut off that distance and hurt Haney. And I don't know if Haney has the dog in him to recover and be able to box for every minute of 12 rounds.
All right, homie, I hear you. But would you like to put a percentage on it?
Yeah, I got it probably 70-30 for Norman. As long as he comes in and has a good strategy, you know, like very offensive, high pace, and you know, try to make it like an 8-round fight, I think he has a very, very good chance of winning. But the longer this fight goes, the more chance, you know, that it's going to go to Haney.
I agree with that overall sentiment. Again, I'm leaning Norman. I wish I was confident in his jaw. If I had even 70%, that's all I had for Crawford Canelo, and that got me 1350. I want to bet. Maybe that's a bad sign. Maybe I should just stay out of the game until I am super confident. But this one again is just too close and too much of a stylistic, I don't know, discrepancy. Like, it's interesting. I can't call it. But with that, hey, shout out to y'all for tapping in, and I'll see y'all at Marco's. Peace out.
All right.